Welcome to OMJames. I am OMJames, and today is Thirsty Thursday, you guys. And I gotta say, I'm excited to do something a little different than we usually do. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to share this experience with you guys. Excuse me. That said, you'll notice this is the voice of OMJames and not the picture and face of OMJames like usual. Today I'm trying something a little different. We're going to be doing just my voice, and don't worry, your video's working just fine. It's just nothing's happening on the screen except for a screenshot of After Effects, which is the program that was used to build my intro, which is the perfect segue into exactly what this episode's about, and that is how I made my intro. And so I want to share that experience with you guys right now. Let's take it away. So this is some footage I captured earlier. It's going to be a lot easier for me to do this video with you guys. If it's some video that I captured, then I do the voiceover for it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to jump right into it, press and play. Right off the bat, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the After Effects layout, but it's got like your tools up top, your project file stuff to the left, like images and all that, your timeline at the bottom, and you'll see right here, dragging across the timeline, it's just my intro going just like that. And back and forth, that's how it works. You go to the left, of course, and it does to the past, and go to the right, and of course it goes to the future. So you can see left and right. Also right here, you can see it's just an image. It's just literally an image, a PNG I made in Photoshop. There's a starting point to the animation. Right there, there's the starting point. And then there's the ending point of the animation, which, see, the little cursor gets to the end right there. And that's what it does when it slides into place. And then it clicks over to a new image, which is the one with the background lines on it, just another image separately right there. And then the other part of it, of course, is right here, the little running OMJames. Let's zoom in a little bit. We can see it, and you can tell it's its own separate little graphic plastered right on top of the background image. It's not even, I mean, when you zoom in this close, you can tell the background image is actually a lot crisper than that image is right there. But if you right there, you can see how crisp it is now. That's the original image right there, and it's literally just these few frames. I think it's 4 or 5 frames, just looped and looped and looped for a full minute. Full minute of that, or maybe it's even more than that. Anyway, you got a lot of time with just the OMJames sprite guy bouncing up and down. Moving along. The next step here is when I start running. See how when it goes from the intro there, and I'll come back to the cursor where it goes between 1 player, 2 player. I'll come back to that, don't worry. But you'll see just a little bit of a faintiness back there. That ground that I'm running on is yet again just another image that's being animated from right to left. It has a starting point, it has an ending point, and all you get to see is the middle kind of window into the action. So things slide into the background, and you don't even realize they've left the screen, and usually they are gone forever. And still, here you can tell the animation here. You can even change the angle of it so that all of a sudden I'm running into the sky, as you can tell. That it's that simple in After Effects really to do this animation like this. It's not too difficult, I gotta say. That said, so far we've been completely two-dimensional. Now we're stepping into the 3D plane, where instead of just being a couple of graphics, just a little bit of a preview there, that we're stepping into where it's going to be 3-dimensional from here on out. So you can see, yeah, going up and down like that, the camera pans up and down, and it's now showing a 3D plane with still the 2D OMJames runner happening right there on top of it. He is just still standing right on top. Everything's still, though, its own little piece, its own little image there, just like before. You can animate, except instead of just doing the X and Y, left and right, up and down, you're doing Z, the Z coordinate, which is toward and away. It's depth. So with the 3D mode, one of the biggest differences is you get to have that little blue arrow that lets you move things not just up and down, although still up and downs in 3D space, as you can see. You still see the depth of it as it moves, because this is a completely different mode in After Effects. This is the 3D mode. I'm pretty sure it's called Classic 3D. You can see the top right there, Renderer Classic 3D. That means that there's still a more complex 3D mode than this. If you want to do like crazy CG kind of stuff in After Effects, it's not tough, but this right here is the Classic 3D, which is really simplistic. And from there, you can see the next big step is that the camera. There's a camera that lets you change what you're looking at, what angle you're looking at. And you can even change exactly what the focal point is, so where you want it to actually be paying attention to. And you see I am indeed my little runner guy, my little 8-bit looking wonder runner guy, we'll say that. Oh, a little bit of a boundary break moment there. You can see back from the beginning of where I start from, it leads to nothing. There's no title screen back there. When we go to 3D mode, everything that was out of camera isn't really that important. So I don't really put it there at all. You don't really see it. So running along, still doing it. The camera's animating. I want to point something out right here. You'll notice all these little wireframe models here. These wireframe bits. You can see there's the background sky bit. There's the ground. There's the camera. You can see there's all the different elements. The Mario style background, the sky right there with the stars and everything. I'm going to move it forward here just so you can see. This is just another image just laying in 3D. Another little flat image that gets turned into a 3D object. That simply. You can rotate, you can pan, you can do everything on the different planes, X, Y, and Z. But anyway, so it's just the outlines there. But notice what happens in the next frame as soon as we get past that. Watch all of a sudden. Here we go. Boop. Now there's a ton of more of these little squares. A lot more outlines. Now, what do you think that means? I'll tell you right now what that means. That means that there's a lot more objects all of a sudden to be seen. You got all the Clash Royale guys. You got the laughing duck hunt dog. There's Mario from Super Mario Bros. 3 in his raccoon suit. And there's what's turning into the back view, the back still yet two-dimensional view of OMJames running with his ponytail bouncing right there leading up into the final background there. Oh, I was trying to move a different one. I wanted to move the knight. Where's the knight? There he is right there. So you can see still that curving plane just like it was before. There you go, skipping for a second. But just like it was before, it's moving along this plane that I tell it to. And I don't have to do all the in-between frames. It's called tweening, where the computer does all the in-between work for you so you don't have to. You can see the benefit of that. This thing, altogether, this whole project probably took me about, I just want to say 3-4 hours total, from start to finish, from conception to actually having the final product. So it was not a very short process. It still takes time, even something like this. As I'm breaking it down, I hope you can tell, it's pretty simple. And here you can tell I'm moving the camera even farther where I'm not supposed to be able to as far as the intro goes. This isn't a flat video anymore. You can see that I can move the camera wherever I want to and just animate from there. I could have gone over my shoulder. I could have gone all the way up the king's nose right there. I can go wherever I want to with that camera. Really great. I really do love After Effects. It's a blast. Could talk all night long, all morning long, all afternoon long about After Effects. It's a great program. Gotta applaud Adobe for that. And if you guys, honestly, it seems like really daunting, and it used to be. If we're back to the 2D again, flipping to the 3D, and it can be daunting because originally, if you wanted to get into the Adobe suite like Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere, anything like that, there's the clouds. Often, I don't think people really realize there's clouds back there that are on their own little plane that float separately from everything else to kind of give it a bit more of a depth kind of feel. But it used to be that it would cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy any kind of Adobe products. It cost you like $1,000 just to get one or two of them. But these days here, they have the Adobe CC program. It's the Creative Cloud Suite is what they call it. Oh, we'll get into the sun right here. Let me actually pause it. I'm going to pause it for 1 second. It used to be really daunting and expensive to get into the Adobe Suite, but now it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. You actually, it's true. You do pay every month. It's like you're getting another bill. It's like paying another, hopefully less, smaller kind of internet kind of bill. It's like paying an extra, I think it's about $55 a month or something like that. I have to look it up. I don't know. But paying that bit there, you get full access to the entire Adobe Suite. So all this kind of stuff here for not a lot of money. If you got a Patreon account, I'm sure it wouldn't take that much effort to get to the point where you could afford to pay for the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. It might be more than that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not less than that, but it's not all that much money. You pay it every month, and it's true. It's like paying rent on something without paying to actually buy it, but you get access to all these programs. Anyway, let's continue. This is the Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm not advertising for Adobe. They don't pay me. I just wanted to let you guys know it's not that hard. But there's the Super Mario Bros. 3 sun, and I wanted to point out here, not only does he dip down, which makes the Super Mario Bros. 3 raccoon-style Mario jump up and down to avoid the sun, but there's another thing that happens kind of quick, and I don't know if you notice it. There's right there. There's a circle. You notice there's a circle happening around that sun, that animated tweening line circle. That means I set it up this way, but didn't realize till later on that you can't hardly tell. But that sun does rotate in a circle. I was trying to get a better view of it. That sun, just like in the video game, in Super Mario Bros. 3, the sun dips around underneath you. You got to jump over it. It spins around in a circle a couple of times. I only did it once here because the camera's already passed it by then. But it circles around a couple of times and it does it again. And if the intro was a bit longer, I would have shown probably a lot more of that sun pulsating and trying to capture the Mario that I've played now a few times. On that note, if I could say something about yesterday, I really sincerely apologize about missing yesterday's episode. It meant a lot to me to play Super Mario Brothers, to the point that I want to play Super Mario Brothers 2 tomorrow for the live stream. Hope you guys don't mind. I hope it's something that's enjoyable. I love playing that game. I could play it and play it and play it. It is a blast. One of my favorite things to do is to play that game. I don't remember where we left off. I think I was warping. Maybe I'll start over and not warp this time. Here we go. Let me show you some of the Game Boy stuff here. Here's what goes after the intro 3D part you just saw right there. It goes right into this da-da-da-da-da-da-da, where it's running like this. So I want to show you guys that there's just two separate images happening here. There's the image right here, and it's, I think about this is a full minute. You can see all the way to the end, 55 seconds, all the way to 60 seconds. It's a full 60 seconds of me just running on that red and white checkerboard. And when it goes into the Game Boy image, all it does is kind of make it look a bit degraded, so it looks a little more authentic. I'll probably skip right through. Maybe where's Metal Ground? Hey, there's the Metal Ground PNG right there. Okay, I guess I'm going to play through the intro here again real quick. You'll see from the intro there, bloop, bloop, gets to that, doot, doot, doot. There's the part there with the cursor I was talking about. See that? Just three separate images. One that's right there. And then, doot, I move it down there, and then back up again. That's going to two-player, one-player. Oh, look at that. Oh, I forgot to fix the camera. Watch this. Boo boo. Whoa, the camera whips around. That was me messing with the camera before, and I forgot to fix it before I left. I got to make sure I do that before I save it. All right, let's keep on going, and right to where it goes 3D, and then it gets into here. Here's the Game Boy. I tried to make the screen look a little bit degraded, and then it shows that logo on top. It's just an image right here. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Just a PNG image, meaning it has a transparent background. But, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, let me show you guys something that you may not have noticed down here in the corner. I set up a basic kind of Mario style. There's Mario jumping there. He has no arms now that I think about it. Little lines coming after him, a little ladder to climb up. You know, he's jumping across platforms. A little classic platformer kind of reference there. These circles on the here kind of look like I forget what a few levels in Super Mario Brothers where you see that on the top of the mushrooms. This here was meant to be kind of a crosshair because I play first-person shooters like Doom and stuff, so it kind of ties into that sort of style play. So all three of these here, strong allusions to it. And here I'm pointing out that I did this mostly inspired by the golden ratio. I tried to measure out the O to the JA, the O to the M, and even between the bottom of the J to where it lines up right there with that line. All of this was built. There's a couple of exceptions, maybe 3 exceptions total, where it was not built to the golden ratio. But I did that specifically because it was something kind of fun, a little geeky that I could build it for the golden ratio there. It goes from this kind of simple OMJames logo here. There's one single cross frame. I did that. I left that there on purpose because it gives you the impression that it zooms out. With one frame in between there, it gives you the impression that you've zoomed out and seen more of the logo, which is kind of fun. So that is right there. The final logo before it jumps into, you'll see it zooms in. It's got a little motion blur on it, which I love that motion blur. It makes it feel like it's coming at you. And that's it leads right into a solid red, which I could easily paste in. I think we're getting right to the end. That was it right there. That's the end of the show. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's the intro. It was a lot of effort to finally put it together from beginning to end, but ultimately it was something I cannot wait to do again for my intro version 2.0. I'm up to 132 episodes now using the same intro. So eventually, maybe 150, maybe 200, it'll be a big surprise. I'm thinking maybe 200. That I'll come back and have a new intro to show you guys. Something a little different, some with some more green screen action. It could be kind of cool. I got some ideas. We'll come back to it. I'm not sure yet. But guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thirsty Thursday. I'm sorry there was no gameplay today, but this was an often requested video. A lot of people said they would love to see this video. So I took that to heart, and I made this video for you guys. I also made it for myself because it was a lot of fun to make the intro, and I love being able to share, again, that whole experience with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you guys find this video well. I hope that tomorrow's even better, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the live stream. Tomorrow, probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. You know how it goes. Right around 5:30, 6 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. Technically, right now, Pacific Daylight Time because we're off by an hour now. But it's still PST, Pacific Standard Time. Not post. That's PTS. I almost said PTS, but PST. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to stick around for that and have fun, that'd be cool. If you guys want to do the @OMJames official, it's not hard. It's Twitter and Instagram. I'll hit you guys back if you hit me up. I can't wait to talk to you guys. You know how it goes around here. And finally, OMJamers, I'm going to say it. Make somebody smile today, guys. Yeah. Love it. Hope you guys love it.